The rain has cleared just enough for the first IBL games of the week here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. I'm Julius Hern, she's Maddie Gale. And the first IBL games of the week, meaning these teams haven't played in such a long time. The Baycats come into this one 0-2, and the offense hasn't really been clicking, especially in that 9-3 loss in Welland last week. But a big addition to the lineup will be Malik Williams making his first game of the season.
Yeah, this is Malik's third year on the Baycats, but it's his first year officially starting with the team for that extended period of time. So I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the Baycats this season.
Meanwhile, for the London Majors, their first baseman, Caden Cardoso, coming off a ridiculous week, earning him IBL Player of the Week honors. And it seems like he's really the catalyst for this London Majors offense.
I mean, IBL 2024 Rookie of the Year. So I'm hoping he's coming in tonight's game with the same momentum that he ended with last season. He's definitely a crucial part of the London team. So I think he's going to be a key player tonight.
It will be a tough test for him against Frank Garces, the lefty, taking them out for the Barrie Baycats. Meanwhile, for the Majors, it'll be Travis Keys taking them out, and he had a great performance last time out in Barrie. We'll get to the starting lineups in just a moment, but first, we'll send to public address announcer Rob Daniels. Good job.
All night, no breaks, I'll tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, welcome to Athletic Kulture Stadium for season number 24 of Barrie Baycats Baseball. Today is our first Paul Sadlin Motors Junior Baycats Day of the season, and it features the visiting London Majors and your Barrie Baycats. Here are today's starting lineups. First for the visiting London Majors, managed by Roop Chanderdat. Batting first, playing center field, number 96, Toby Simmons. Batting second, the shortstop, number 6, Francisco Fajardo. Batting third at first base, number 34, Caden Cardoso. Batting fourth at the catcher, number 26, Eduardo Diolio. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 22, Byron Reichstein. Batting sixth in left field, number 19, Champ Gartner. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 97, Tyler Mosher. Batting eighth at second base, number 39, Adrian Harrison. And batting ninth, the right fielder, number 52, Kenny Suggy. The pitcher this afternoon for the London Majors, number 25, Travis Keys. And now, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed by acting manager Andrew White. Batting first at second base, number 0, Francisco Hernandez. Batting second, the shortstop, number 11, Brandon Hernandez. Batting third in right field, number 4, Willie Garcia. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 20, Nolan Makibroda. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 29, Malik Williams. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 6, Tristan Clark. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 14, Lelis Beltran. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 26, Adam Odd. And pitching this afternoon for your Barrie Baycats, left-hander number 97, Frank Garces. Here are the umpires for this afternoon's contest. Handling home plate, it's Scott Costello. At first base, Chubba Vey. And third base, Ryan Jackson. Fans, at this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able to, and kindly remove your caps as we have the playing of the national anthem. Fans, if you don't mind standing for just another moment, for a moment of silence for longtime Barrie Baycats fan Lena Farah Sheffer. She sadly passed away on Tuesday at the age of 77. She was described by her husband Joseph to be a huge sports fanatic, with the Baycats being a big part of that passion. The Baycats organization is with Lena's family and friends during this difficult time. Thank you.
The sun is finally making an appearance at Athletic Kulture Stadium. We are ready for baseball. Third game of the season for the Barrie Baycats, second at home. Meanwhile, for the London Majors, they come into this game 3-0. They're off to a hot start under manager Roop Chandradat.
I mean, a pretty rainy week in Barrie this week, so I'm glad to see that the sun's finally coming out. I wasn't too sure at the end there.
I know a lot of these players were anxious to get this going. It's a little bit chilly at the ballpark today, but we will play on. Let's get to the starting lineup for the London Majors, presented by Sports Medicine, the official clinic of the Barrie Baycats. Start out with, in center field, Toby Simmons will lead it off. Francisco Fajardo, the shortstop, batting second. Caden Cardoso, we mentioned him earlier, in the 3 spot. Eduardo De Olio, power hitting catcher, in the cleanup spot. Byron Reichstein, the veteran. Champ Garner, Ty Mosher, Adrian Harrison, and Kenny Sugi round out the lineup for Roop Chandradat. Frank Garces had a really nice relief appearance in the season opener. 5 innings, 11 strikeouts in relief of Juan Benitez against the Toronto Maple Leafs, making his first start of the season here for the Baycats.
Yeah, he also pitched in the 2024 IBL All-Star game, so he is a pretty talented pitcher. 2024 IBL playoff MVP, 3-time first-team All-IBL, 2018, 2023, and 2024. So he's definitely carrying the Baycats for their pitching squad today.
Regarded across the league as probably being the best pitcher in the IBL. It's the first pitch outside to Toby Simmons. That one catches his own, evens the count at 1-1. A little bit different preparation to this game for Frank Garces compared to the opener. But with the rain out on Thursday, a lot of these starting pitchers still have to stretch out their arms a bit and get those innings under their belts.
Yeah, it's been almost a week off of playing baseball, so they're just getting warmed up.
1-2 to Simmons. There's a ground ball to second. Francisco Hernandez with the play on to first. 1 down. Let's get to the defense for the Barrie Baycats.
In left field, we have Nolan Macabroda. Center field, Tristan Clark. Right field, Willie Garcias. Shortstop, Brandon Hernandez. And then in second base, Francisco Hernandez, brothers. In third base, we have Adam Odd. First base, Malik Williams. And pitching, Frank Garces. And then catching, Luis Beltran. Pretty stacked lineup.
This lineup 1-9 for the Baycats is incredible on paper, and this team knows what they are capable of, but coming in winless. First pitch showing bunt and fouling it off is Francisco Fajardo.
Yeah, looking at that names, it looks pretty stacked on Barrie's side, so I'm excited to see what that lineup with Malik now back as well, what they can do tonight.
Malik Williams, he was mentioning earlier that he's coming off a 3-week vacation that kind of bled into the IBL season a little bit, but he's back and he's really anxious among pretty much the entire team to get back on the field.
He's also talking about the weather. He's been so warm the past 3 weeks. He wasn't used to the cold coming back.
He's telling us he went to Bali, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam.
Yeah, he was on his own little world tour.
1-1, up high. Garces really taking his time. Fajardo didn't even step out of the box as he awaits the 2-1. Two 2-1 from Garces. Fastball got it 2-2. Our umpires today, Scott Costello behind the plate, Shubba Vey at first, Ryan Jackson at third base.
Don't be hard on Jack. It's his first game.
2-2 from the lefty. Got him looking. IMP North strikeout, the first of the game for Frank Garces, 2 down.
Yeah, what a great start for Frank there. Doesn't get much better than that.
The first baseman, number 34, Caden Cardoso.
2 down for Garces. Back-to-back fastballs got Fajardo looking, and that'll bring up Caden Cardoso. Lefty-lefty matchup again.
And this was a player that I was excited to see play tonight just because of his 2024 IBL Rookie of the Year. I'm excited to see if he can come into tonight's game with the same momentum that he ended last season with. Such a talented player.
Major's lucky to have him back. He attended camp with the Ottawa Titans earlier in the offseason, but was released before the season starts, so gets back in his second IBL season. Very windy day at the ballpark. Wind blowing quite heavily out to center field. Called strike on Cardoso. Garces taking his time again. The 1-1 just low. Doesn't get the call from home plate umpire Scott Costello.
I thought the sun was going to peek out for a minute there, but
We saw it a little.
back hiding.
We saw it a little bit in batting practice. It was making its first appearance in a few days in the area. But it's nice to finally have IBL baseball back after washed out Thursday and Friday.
There's nothing better than baseball after a few rainy days. It's needed.
Baycats were set to play the Guelph Royals Thursday here. Majors were meant to play the Jackfish yesterday, so that game has already been rescheduled to Tuesday. 2-1. Caught on a miss.
There we go.
It's off the glove of Beltran. New baseball for Frank. You can really see, like, with all the water we got in the area the past few days, all the work that's already been done to this field, all the drainage you can see around the mound and around the home plate area.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of work being put in so that we could have tonight's game.
Fans getting into it. 2-2 from Garces. Swing and a miss. An IMP North strikeout, second of the inning for Frank Garces. And a 3-up, 3-down start to this ball game for the Barrie Baycats. We'll send it to the bottom of the first inning. No score on Baycats TV.
No runs, no hits.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
At Domino's, mix
Visit
and match
Alliance
any two
Billiards
more
and
pizzas
Sports in
sides
the
for just
northeast end of Barrie. A
like
fun,
when pizza
friendly
nights
family
were like
environment,
pizza and
offering
lava
pool,
cakes night,
darts,
or pasta and
karaoke, and
stuffed
live
cheesy bread
entertainment.
night. Or
Enjoy a
we're
large
gonna
variety
need
of
a bigger
delicious
table
food and
night.
drinks on the
Mix and
patio.
match Canada's
You'll
favorite
come as a
pizza and
stranger
more at
and leave
Domino's.
as a friend. Danielle May Real Estate,
Domino's,
supporting
mix
the
and
Barrie
match any two
Baycats
more
and
pizzas
ready
and
to
sides
help
for
with
just
all of your real estate
like when
questions.
pizza
What is your
nights
home
were like
worth?
pizza and
Should you
lava
sell
cakes
now
night,
or
or
wait?
pasta and stuffed
Danielle is
cheesy bread
dedicated
night.
to
Or
your
we're
success.
gonna need
The
a
next
bigger
time you think
table
real
night.
estate,
Mix and
think
match Canada's
Danielle
favorite
May.
pizza and more at Domino's.
first inning of play brought to you by Park Place, Barrie's Grand Slam destination for dining, shopping, and fun. See you after the game. We'll get to the starting lineup for the Barrie Baycats, once again presented by Sports Medicine, the official clinic of the Barrie Baycats. Francisco Hernandez, Brendan Hernandez, the 1-2 punch of Hernandez brothers starting off the lineup. Willie Garcia, the former major leaguer, in right. He'll bat third. Nolan Macabrota getting the cleanup spot today. Ryan Rio down to the 5 spot. Malik Williams batting 6th. Then Tristan Clark, Lilise Beltran, and Adam Odd to round it off for the Baycats. First pitch from Travis Keys, the London starters fouled off.
Yeah, Travis Keys is London born and raised. He's another pitcher who started with the 2024 IBL All-Star Game. Both these teams have such a stacked pitching crew, so I'm excited to see who comes out every inning. 2
hard-throwing lefties. That pitch just outside. The last regular season matchup between these two teams was at this ballpark, and it once again was a matchup between Travis Keys and Frank Garces. The Majors coming out on top 3-0. As Hernandez sees that one right down the middle, 1-2. Hernandez calls time. Still a lot of work had to be done as we were mentioning to that home plate area, so not as tip-top shape as you would usually see after some drier weather. But the dry field really played into the home opener for the Baycats last game. A couple errors as Hernandez fouls that one off, staying alive.
And we've been lucky so far. Our first few games, we had nice sun. It was pretty warm up here, so we were due for a little rain.
Luckily, it hasn't washed out nearly the entire IBL weekend. Still some games on the schedule tomorrow. Keys, a 1-2 delivery. Called strike 3. Hernandez can't believe it. That's the first out of the ball game for Travis Keys. We'll get to the London defense.
On left field, we have Champ Garner. On center field, we have Toby Simmons. Right field, Ken Sugi. Shortstop, Francisco Fajardo. Second base, Adrian Harrison. Third base, Ty Mosher. And then first base, we have Caden Cardoso, the player we've been talking a lot about so far. And pitching, Travis Keys. Again, a pretty stacked lineup, similar to Barrie, so it doesn't get much better than these players.
And Eduardo De Olio behind the plate, and he's set to lead off the top of the second for the Majors. There's Brandon Hernandez, and he is plunked with that pitch. So free 90 feet for Hernandez on the hit by pitch. He seems to be okay, just a little slow getting to first base. But first base runner of the game is on a hit by pitch.
Right fielder number 4, Willie Garcia.
I'll bring up Willie Garcia. Had a hit in his first at-bat as a Baycat, but has since gone 0 for 6 across the rest of the home opener and the game in Welland last week. Still crazy to think it's been one full week since the Baycats played.
And Willie was telling us before the game, too. He said he's really happy to be on this team. Like, they mesh well together. He's loving it. He's excited for another season.
He understands what this team looks like on paper. He knows the kind of hitters that are through this lineup 1 to 9. That one just catches the bottom of the zone, 0-2.
And he did say he wasn't for this weather either.
No. He was telling us before the game as well. This is cool, but it's nothing like Chicago or Winnipeg where he was playing pro ball after his major league career.
Yeah, he talked very highly of Chicago.
He did. 44 games with the Chicago White Sox, 2017. 1-2. That ball. Little squirter on the ground. That's going to be picked up by Keys. An infield hit for Willie Garcia. The big man can move down that first base line.
That's all it takes, eh?
A hit is a hit. The Baycats have 2 on, 1 out. Nolan Macabroda will step in for the first time. Another lefty-lefty matchup, and that's definitely going to be a theme throughout this game with the two starting pitchers. On the ground to second. Tough play here for Adrian Harrison. He goes to second, and it's dropped. Dropped by Francisco Fajardo, so the bases will be loaded for Ryan Rio.
Pretty hot start for Barrie so far. This is probably the perfect position they want to be in.
It was going to be a tough play for Adrian Harrison, ranging over to his left. Trying to get the lead runner at second might not have been the best decision. Could have taken the sure out at first, but instead, his starting pitcher's in a ton of trouble early on. Ryan Rio, 2 hits, including a home run in Welland last week. Another number in front of the plate. Tough play for Keys. He can't make the play. Hernandez scores. Garcia coming around. The play at the plate is in time to get him. Garcia limping as he gets over to the dugout. Rio goes to second. Macabro to the third. Keys tried the little glove shovel to DeOlio, and it was wide of his catcher. Garcia seems to be okay. Went down the dugout steps a bit slow.
Looks like he might have been pulling at his knee a bit.
I'll bring up Malik Williams. We were talking about the moisture at home plate in that dirt. It might have stopped him up on his slide a little bit. Sliding feet first, trying to get under that tag.
Malik's first game back. First time batting for this team this season, so.
First pitch to Williams, just low. Rio at second, Macabroda at third. Malik Williams takes another one just low. Great take here from the Baycats first baseman.
The wind does seem to be picking up here as well.
Another one just outside. Now 3-0 to Malik Williams. Would be remiss to forget that it is Junior Baycats Day, the first one of the season here at Athletic Kulture Stadium. So a lot of fans at the ballpark, a lot of kids at the ballpark. 3-0, up high, off the glove of DeOlio. Here comes Macabroda. He will score standing up. It's 2-0 Baycats.
Smile on his face, too. He was excited for that.
Just like that, the Baycats, a little bit of small ball, capitalizing on 2 errors by the majors early on.
Yeah, a lot of sneaky plays that have helped the Baycats out in this first inning.
That'll bring up Tristan Clark, another one of those highlight players from the game in London, had a couple hits of his own. Runners on the corners. First pitch from Keys. Big cut by Clark, a little late on it. Foul tip off the glove of DeOlio, 0-2. You can kind of see this in the demeanor of Travis Keys. He's really trying to get over this, those defensive misplays really early on here. That one up high, 1-2.
And Tristan Clark, too, such a talented player. Canadian national junior baseball team. He has a lot under his belt, so.
We saw the power from him in that exhibition game against Thornhill as he cuts and misses through that one. Clark goes down swinging, but the Baycats put 2 on the board early on. 2-0 Baycats through 1. We head to the second right here on Baycats TV.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
Junior Baycats Day at the ballpark, Athletic Kulture Stadium, with a lot of fun activities for the kids. You see the big Connect 4 out near right field area. There's like a throwing lane over there. There's like the ball being blown up in the inflatable. So lots of stuff here for the kids at Athletic Ballpark. We welcome back second inning of play, Majors and Baycats. Julius Hern, Maddie Gale. Frank Garces went 3 up, 3 down through the top of the Majors lineup. Facing Eduardo De Olio now to lead off the second.
Yeah, Frank had a pretty hot start for that first inning, so I'm expecting similar here. Looks like he's not slowing down anytime soon.
Fly ball out to center field. Clark has to come in, and he'll drop in front of him. So leadoff base hit for Eduardo De Olio. Majors getting started early.
Designated hitter number 22, Byron Reichstein.
I'll bring up Byron Reichstein, the veteran on this team, 13th IBL season. Was an all-star in the IBL first team in 2014. But he's one guy that is clearly committed to what Roop Chandradat and the London Majors are doing, because after that 2022 championship, or 2023 season where they lost in the playoffs, he was the first one to commit, saying, I want to be back on this team.
Yeah, 2021 IBL playoff MVP, 3-time All-IBL second team. So he's another player who has a lot under their belt for tonight's game. And he's committed to London.
0-1 is a wave and a miss from Reichstein. So Garces has him 0-2. Fans getting into it. Modest lead from De Olio at first. Not really a threat to run. Here's the pitch. Got him looking. Reichstein knew it. There's another strikeout brought to you by IMP North. 1 down.
Yeah, clearly Garces is not losing any momentum anytime soon. Lots of super solid pitches from him.
Bring up Champ Garner, second year with the Majors. Had a home run in their last game, an offensive barn burner in Toronto, 16-15 in 10 innings. A lot of those runs scored early on for London against Ayami Sato. But they ended up coming back with a 4-run top of the 10th and holding off the Maple Leafs just barely in the bottom half to get their third win of the season. Big cut and a miss from Garner.
And Champ, he's a dual citizen. He's also in the USA. He went to college there, Benedict College, so he's got a lot.
Pretty sure he lives in California full time. He flies that one out to center field. Clark has a beat on it, and he makes the easy catch, 2 down.
I wonder what he thinks about this weather.
Third baseman, number 97, Tyler Mosher.
So there's Ty Mosher stepping in, another lefty. Another guy, second year on the team. Diolio hasn't moved much off first base. Not really a threat to steal, as we mentioned. First pitch to Mosher, called strike. Static stance from Mosher. He takes a second pitch up high. Garces out of the stretch. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off by Mosher, 1-2. That's somewhere you don't want to be as a left-handed hitter against Frank Garces, down to your last strike. Especially when you get this crowd behind you.
Especially with all these juniors here today, making a lot of noise. I love it.
These crowds are bound to get bigger as well on these Saturdays throughout the season. 1-2, just up and away.
And there's a trading card giveaway today.
Yes.
Did you get yours?
I didn't. It was first 100 kids.
Oh, darn.
Not sure I qualify.
We'll have to see if there's any any left over.
They were an absolute hit last year. I know there's a lot of kids asking the players to sign them, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of that after today's ball game. 2-2, 2 out. Garces the pitch, just low. Great at bat here from Mosher. You don't see a lot of IBL hitters taking Garces to a full count, but he's done just that. Another 2-strike pitch, 97 versus 97. Delivery. Ball low and in. First walk of the day for Garces. Like I mentioned, you don't see that very often. So 2 on with 2 out.
London has quite a bit of younger guys on their team as well. I've noticed that when I'm looking at all these players. A lot of 20, 21.
Yeah, manager Roop Chanderda, also the GM of this team, is very excited about the future of his ball club. A lot of high-profile college players coming over to his roster. First pitch is taken for a ball by Adrian Harrison. Harrison, another local guy, plays at St. Clair and college in Southern Ontario. He fouls that one off.
Again, though, another young guy, just 20 years old.
Yeah, facing a former major leaguer, so that's going to be a huge jump. 1-1. Cut on a miss. The back pick towards second base gets away from Hernandez, but Diolio won't be able to move up. Doesn't get too far away from the infielders. Another 2-strike count for Frank Garces against the rookie. 2-1 behind him. Here's the pitch. Popped up, foul over the screen.
That's going to our cars.
Diolio on second. Mosher on first. Just out of the zone. What a take there from Harrison. Usually don't see this many pitches from Frank Garces in an inning, but here we are. 2-2, 2 out, 2 on behind him. Bounced in the dirt. Great play there from Beltran to keep it in front of him.
You can hear, too, a lot of the junior fans up here are already talking about who they want to sign their trading cards after the game. A lot of Ryan Rio, I hear, from beside me.
He seems to be the face of the franchise, that's for sure. 3-2, runners go. Line down the left field line, but slicing foul, and it gets into the London bullpen. Fans have been clapping a lot in these 2-strike counts. Harrison's put together a fantastic at-bat here. 3-2 coming. Ground ball foul again, third base side.
Yeah, Frank's throwing a lot of pitches here.
Another 3-2 from Frank Garces. Runners go. It's up high. What an appearance at the plate for Adrian Harrison, working the walk. Second of the inning for Garces, and that'll prompt a mound meeting here from Lilise Beltran.
Right fielder number 52, Kenny Sugi.
Yeah, bases loaded, so not a good spot to be right now.
On the bright side for Garces, you have 2 out. Play could be anywhere here. Ken Sugi at the dish. First pitch, just low of the zone. Scott Costello not giving Garces any breaks. First IBL at bat here for Ken Sugi out of Western Illinois. And that's a called strike. Kind of crazy. Your first IBL at bat against a former major leaguer.
Doesn't get much better than that.
Nothing in the cards for you. Lefty-lefty matchup as well. And you have the bases loaded in front of you. Pressure situation, he cuts right through it. 1-2.
Yeah, that's a pretty hectic first at bat. Bases loaded, ex-MLB player.
Rip Chanderdad asking a lot of his rookies in this game already. It's down 1-2 to Garces. The pitch, lined out to left field and deep. Slicing towards the corner, it gets down. All the way to the wall. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. 1 more coming around. It's a bases clearing double for Ken Sugi, and the Majors take the lead.
You can tell how happy he is. His first at bat sends all bases home.
96, Toby Simmons.
His first IBL at bat yields a fantastic result for the London Majors. 3 RBI double. And they take an early 3-2 lead.
Yeah, what a way to start it. I mean.
Back to the top of the order, Toby Simmons. Popped up, foul, out of play first base side. The sun is finally out at the ballpark. It seems like for now at least it's going to stick around for a little bit. 0-1 from Garces, just outside again.
Ken Sugi brought the sun out with that hit.
might be one of the longest innings for Frank Garces in quite some time as Simmons fouls that one off.
Yeah, compared to the first inning where it was 3 in, 3 out, I mean, this has been a bit different for Frank.
Those 2 walks are really hurting him at the moment, but he's got Simmons 1-2. Fouled off again. These Majors hitters are really seeing the ball well out of Frank's hand this inning. Fajardo on deck. After a 3-up, 3-down inning for Garces, he allows 3 in the second. Chance to get out of it here. Inside. 2-2. Gotta wonder how many times these fans have clapped this inning on a 2-strike, 2-out pitch, but here we are. Sugi, the lead on second. Here's the pitch. Flared out to right field, slicing foul towards the right field side.
Sugi's very eager to get to that third base.
Just 5'9", 180 pounds, but he's got quite the power in his bat, as he just showed with that double, and he can really run the bases as well.
Yeah, he's a quick player for sure.
2-2. Bluffs a steal, pitch inside, and the count is yet again full. Garces had the second out of this inning, 3 batters in. 2 walks, a double followed that. Toby Simmons trying to extend this inning yet again. On the ground, left side, Adamon dives, backed up by Hernandez. The throw into first, not in time. It's an infield hit for Simmons. 3rd hit allowed by Garces this inning.
Yeah, this has for sure been a long inning for Garces with all those pitches he's been throwing.
Number 6, Francisco Fajardo.
It was going to be a tough play for whoever was over there. Adamon dove for it. Hernandez backed him up nicely, but Simmons too quick on his way down to first base. Now it's Francisco Fajardo.
And he's from the Dominican. He played for the Dominican team in the 2024 Caribbean Cup, so he knows what he's doing.
Toby Simmons in front of him also played in the Caribbean Cup with the Bahamas. He's the first Bahamian-born player in the IBL. Fajardo struck out looking his first time up, sees a strike there. He's down 0-2. Frank Garces, I definitely have to get a confirmation on the pitch count this inning because this is very unlike him. Another pitch to try and get out of this inning. 0-2, up and away. Garces from the stretch. Popped foul, slicing Adamon. Does he have a beat on it? No, he doesn't. It gets out of play.
You could tell he really wanted that one, though.
You can tell these Baycats want to get off the field.
Yeah, this has been quite a long inning for sure.
Simmons the lead off first. Not a big one. Sugi at third. 1-2 from Garces. Cut on and missed. Garces gets out of it with an IMP North strikeout. Finally for Garces, but He allows 3 to the majors in the top of the second. 3-2 London. We head to the bottom half right here on Baycats TV.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Second inning of play on Baycats TV, brought to you by JC Unlimited Contracting. Design, supply, build, renovate. Servicing Simcoe region for over a decade. London pitcher Travis Keys now has a lead to work with. The Majors getting 3 off of Frank Garces in the top of the second. They lead it by a score of 3-2, and then I'll bring up Lelise Beltran to lead off the second for the Baycats. First pitch called a strike to Beltran, switch hitter. It's definitely got to be a stretch for him, catching what was a 40-pitch inning for Frank Garces, and now having to lead off the bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, definitely a tiring one for him. He was out there for quite a while.
Out of all the players on the field, he probably wanted to get off at the most. And he's down 0-2 to Keys, just outside. Keep in mind, folks, Josh Matlow not managing this game, still serving the second of what was a 2-game suspension carryover from the 2024 season. So Andrew White, the acting manager for Barrie today.
I think he's excited to to fill in, but just for the 2 games.
Yeah, he was the acting manager as well in Welland a week ago. But seems with the rain out Thursday, a lot of pitchers want to get some work in as Beltran fouls that back to the screen. Garces was going to be the starter for the first game of the week no matter what. But to me it seemed like Carlos Sano, Cesar Rosado, even Juan Benitez to some extent were warming up today like they knew they were going to pitch in today's game at some point. Beltran pops that one up. It looks playable. Over there is Mosher making a nice catch near the fence. Foul territory, 1 down.
Yeah, definitely that long inning probably took a toll on a lot of these players that we're going to see batting up next.
Adam Ott, the number 9 hitter, making his first plate appearance of the day. And when you have Adam Ott as your number 9 hitter, you know this team is absolutely stacked on paper. And a lot of people were saying the Baycats were good, and somehow they got better. He fouls first pitch off. Adam Ott, first-team All-Star in 2023. Really slow start to last year, but he got hot at the right time in the playoffs. 0-1 from Keys. A breaking ball doesn't catch the zone. Adam Ott an even 400, 18 for 45 in the playoffs. Strikeouts were really his issue during the regular season, though.
It is pretty crazy to me, too, when I look in the bullpen and I see the amount of talent as well. Not just the starting lineup, but the Baycats have a pretty stacked roster this season.
Odd 185, 30 strikeouts last year. He lines this one into right field. That's a base hit. First base runner of the inning will turn the lineup back over to the top. Nice piece of hitting there from Adam Odd.
The second baseman, number 0, Francisco Hernandez.
Francisco Hernandez struck out looking his last time up, and I think now that watching that top half of the second inning from the field, he might have a little bit better feel for the zone. Takes a first pitch strike. Adam Odd not really being held on by Caden Cardoso at first base. Cardoso was playing a little bit in front of the bag as he was there. The throw over is not in time. Definitely looked like a close play at first. Risky from Adam Odd's perspective, the lefty on the mound. Cardoso with the swipe tag.
I love seeing Brandon and Francisco on the same lineup. It's amazing. Just 2 years age difference, but same height and same weight, too.
And same professional organization. Both played within the Cardinals organization at the same time, but not on the same team. This being the first time they've ever played on the same baseball team at the same time. And we talked to them in the home opener. It's that they very excited about this opportunity together. Big cut and a miss from Francisco. It's 1-2.
And they enjoy being in Barrie. They're starting to enjoy it.
Yeah, we were asking Francisco about what places that Brandon kind of introduced him to since his time here. But they're from Montreal, so their perspective of Barrie is that there's not nearly as much to do in town as the big city.
For sure. Said he needs to get some cowboy boots.
Yeah. 1-2 count. Adam Odd takes the lead at first. That one just outside. It's 2-2. Well, Country Night is coming up in a few weeks, so I'm sure this team always shows out for the theme nights. So this Tropical Night, Country Night, those definitely seem to be the top two. Ground ball, a second, could be two, but it's bobbled at short by Fajardo. Everybody's safe. Another error for the London Majors on the infield. And with Brandon Hernandez up, an opportunity for another RBI. Opportunities going to waste for the London Majors. Could have got them out of the inning.
It would be exciting to see them on base together and take it home together as well.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
And he's the younger brother as well, so.
Well, each time in the first two games, whenever Francisco got on, Brandon wouldn't be able to get on after him. That could all change here. It takes the first pitch ball. Keys was able to limit the damage in the first inning to just 2 runs, a couple errors causing that. There's a line shot up to center field coming in, and making the catch is Toby Simmons. Adam Odd just getting back to second base in time. That was a rocket off the bat of Brandon Hernandez.
Yeah, he was excited. He was ready for it.
That ball had a lot of spin on it. I'm not sure if Simmons caught it right off the bat, but he ended up coming in, making the catch. A little bit lighter workload now for Keys, 2 out. Against Garcia, who reached on an infield single in the first inning. A little number just out in front of home plate and third base side. First pitch is a called strike. Not sure if Garcia liked that one. laced down the right field side, but foul out of play.
Straight into the bar.
When you look down this right field side, you got to wonder how many kids are actually paying attention to the baseball game that's right behind them. There are a lot of these inflatable activities down the right side.
Yeah, there's quite a few tents over here, so.
Every Saturday home game, junior Baycat Day. It's always been the most popular, I wouldn't say theme day, but most popular home game of the week as Garcia's caught looking. Travis Keys gets out of the inning with a strikeout, able to strand 2, and London will carry their 3-2 lead into the third inning. Majors 3, Baycats 2. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer!
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
Top of the third inning. Nice to see Junior Baycat car race on the field between innings. Can't say enough how popular these Junior Baycats days are. Ton of kids at the ballpark today. Usually we have the Rock 95 Junior Baycat on Thursday nights. Wasn't able to get that this week. These Junior Baycats looking for the Baycats to get back into this one. They're down by 1. 3-2 London as we enter the top of the third inning, and Caden Cardoso to lead it off for the Majors.
And Garcia's back on the mound, definitely hoping for a smaller inning this one.
His first pitch is inside on Cardoso. Gets all the way back to the screen. Cardoso struck out swinging to end the first inning. Ground ball foul right side.
A lot of foul balls to start this game off.
Garcia's last regular season loss, the last loss in general, was undefeated in the playoffs. His last loss was here against the London Majors, a 3-0 Majors win. He went 7 innings, allowed 2 earned runs. But he hasn't had a start that wasn't a quality start since May 30th of last year. That was 14 starts ago for him. He only went 5 1/3. 2-1. Called strike on Cardoso, 2-2. But he had a 40-pitch second inning, and you got to wonder, talking about it earlier, Maddie, with the rain out Thursday, you got to wonder how many pitchers are in play for the Baycats today, even with a limited bullpen.
100%. And I mean, these players haven't played an official game in a week, so they're just still warming up. I think until about the 5th inning is when we might see what we know, but
yeah, Frank's last start that wasn't a quality start was May 30th of last year here against Hamilton. 5 1/3, 5 earned runs, allowed 10 hits, and that was an 11-1 loss for the Baycats. There's a fly ball. It's a deep left center field. Macabrota back on it, spinning around. He won't get there. It is gone. Looks like it bounced off the top of the wall, but Caden Cardoso with another home run. He has been mashing to start this season. It's 4-2 majors.
yeah, you could tell Macabrota really wanted that one too. He was disappointed he couldn't hop the fence himself.
Caden Cardoso, a huge home run there, and now a 2-run cushion for London. 4-2. I'll bring up Eduardo Deolio, another power hitter in his own right.
But London GM Roop told us before the game, he said, my team is going to compete. That won't be a problem.
Fly ball center field. Clark went back on it, and he dives, and he makes the catch.
Yeah, super solid play there.
What a catch from Tristan Clark. Initially went back on it off the crack of the bat. Comes in and makes up for it with a diving play.
Yeah, he went the distance on that one, too.
The wind's starting to blow a little bit in, but still out towards that left center field gap. First pitch to Reichstein is a wave and a miss. For Cardoso, already his 3rd home run of the season through 4 games. We talked about it earlier to start off this broadcast, really carrying in that, some would say, momentum from the end of his 2024 campaign into 2025.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year, I mean, it's a pretty big title, so.
Strikeout for Garces, brought to you by IMP North, 2 down. Second K of the game on Byron Reichstein's scoreline.
The left fielder, number 19, Chance Gartner.
You can tell Garces doesn't want the same thing this inning that happened last inning with 2 outs already.
Big wave on an outside pitch by Champ Garner. Garces moving quickly now. There's a pop-up on the infield, playable. Malik Williams with an easy catch to end the top of the 3rd. But the Majors get one more. A long home run by Caden Cardoso. They lead at 4-2. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning right here on Baycats TV.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Fourth inning of play at Athletic Kulture Stadium is brought to you by Vintage Throne Barber Lounge, redefining gentlemen one community at a time. Bottom of the third, and it's the 4, 5, and 6 in the Baycats lineup. Nolan McElroy to lead it off.
And we have one of the junior Baycats up here announcing who's starting, Nolan McElroy.
Yeah. First pitch to McElroy is down low. We have the junior Baycat announcing the Baycats half of the third inning every home game. McElroy, another pitch low from Keys. It's 2-0.
I love these junior games, though. There's so much going on in the stadium right now. Blow-up toys, lots of catch.
2-0. Looked like McElroy wanted to take a hack at that one, but he takes it for a strike. Remember last year, there was a couple times where in these junior Baycats days, some of the kids would come up to us. We're at the top of the bleachers here at Athletic Kulture Stadium, and some of the kids would ask Ben Davy and I for like autographs, thinking that we're players. But
that's fun. Maybe you'll get to sign a couple today.
Yeah. That one outside off the glove of DeOlio. McElroy, a leadoff walk. There was one time last year where this group of 3 or 4 kids, they had like a bat. Like I think they all went to like the Baycats summer camp, so they got a bat from the camp, and they had all the players sign it. They wanted to get all like everyone associated with the team to sign it. So Ben Davy and I signed it.
That's sweet.
It was pretty cool.
Letting the junior Baycat announce Ryan Rio as well.
I feel like every bottom of the third inning should have Ryan Rio bat.
I agree.
First pitch is taken for a strike. Similar pitch we saw McElroy take for his strike. Rio singled his first time up, was stranded at third. That one's on the ground. Could be 2. Harrison. Fajardo on to first, double play. Best case scenario there for Travis Keys. Eliminates the leadoff walk. 2 down. Hopefully, for the junior Baycats' sake, that this isn't just a 3-batter inning. Malik Williams steps in. First pitch is taken for a strike. Williams reached on the fielder's choice. That play ended up being the error by Travis Keys that saw Nolan McElroy score from third base. Great take there from Williams. It's 2-1.
It's exciting that he's going to be here for the season this year. This is the first year in 3 years that he really is starting with the team. So,
yeah, last year he started with Ottawa in the Frontier League. He had a hamstring injury that he had to rehab from. They sent him back down here, and the Frontier League is pretty cutthroat. There wasn't going to be an opportunity for him to get back to Ottawa, but he was a key part of the 2024 championship here in Barrie. 3-1 outside. Another walk in the inning for Travis Keys. Extends the inning for Barrie. This junior Baycats killing it, Maddie.
I know. Almost have to get him down here. Yeah, they're talking about sending him a job offer up there.
Giving Rob Daniels, our PA announcer, a run for his money. Tristan Clark takes first pitch strike. I mentioned earlier, Josh Matlow not managing today. Andrew White, the acting manager. Usually the third base coach, as Tristan Clark takes a swing and a miss. So now Jeremy Eulenbrook, usually the first base coach, he's at the third base coaching position. And now Noah Hull, one of the Baycats reserve players, back for his first game in uniform after season at University of Mary. Ground ball to short. Fajardo over to Harrison to end the inning on the force play. Barrie can't take advantage of their base runners, still down by a score of 4-2 as we enter the fourth inning at Athletic Kulture Stadium. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the fourth inning at Athletic Kulture Stadium. The London Majors up by a score of 4-2. Frank Garces back out for inning number 4. A really rough second inning for him. And after the leadoff home run, he got through the next 3 batters, no problem in the third. And I'll bring up Ty Mosher, number 7 hitter to lead off here in the fourth.
With that third inning, though, it did look like he was starting to get his momentum back from that week of not playing. So it'll be interesting to see how this fourth goes now.
You can tell that he was starting to get quicker in his delivery.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Not in the sense that his motion was faster, but in the sense that between pitches, there was not nearly as much time as there was in the first couple innings.
Yeah, especially in the first inning. He was taking a lot of time in between.
And no pitch clock in this league, so you can definitely take advantage of a little bit more freedom that pitchers have in the IBL. 4 runs on 4 hits so far for the Majors through the first 3 innings. A nice block there from Elise Beltran. No real action in the Baycats bullpen, so this game will be Frank Garces for the next little while at least. He's got a 1-2 count on Mosher. Ground ball, it's a fair ball. Elise Beltran overran it a little bit, but he makes a strong throw over to first for out number 1.
Both throws that have gone to Malik Williams on first base, he just looks so casual. So effortless catching that ball.
Second baseman number 39, Adrian Harrison.
That'll be Adrian Harrison stepping in now. And a big wave and a miss, outside pitch for strike 1. Talking about Malik Williams, kind of weird. His first game back, he still looks like he's a natural there.
Yeah, he looks so calm and relaxed, even now when he's standing there.
Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Garces on to first, 2 down.
This has definitely started a way better inning than we had in that second and third.
Showing bunt, fouling it right back to the screen is Ken Sugi. Sugi had that, what I want to say is an unlikely double. His first IBL at bat, a 3 RBI double against Frank Garces. Those were the 3 runs in that second inning.
Well, it looked like he was pretty shocked, too, when he was standing on that second base. Yeah. I don't know if he was expecting it either, but definitely an exciting first time batting in the IBL.
Called strike 2. Sugi puts together a great at-bat. He was able to stay in the count. Now yet again facing a 2-strike count against Frank Garces. One, 2. Flare out to left field, but it will hang up for Nolan Macabroda, who makes the catch. Similar batted ball from Sugi that he had in the second inning, but this one 4 and out. 1, 2, 3, 4th inning for Frank Garces. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. 4-2 London. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
Bottom of the 4th inning at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Lelise Beltran to lead it off for Barrie.
The catcher, number 14, Lelise Beltran.
Got under a ball in the second inning to lead it off again. He fouled out to third base, and a nice catch by Ty Mosher over there in foul territory. First pitch from Keys, he's way out in front of it. Yo, one from Keys, a called strike. Beltran had his first IBL home run in Welland a week ago, the only hit for the bottom third of the order of the Baycats in that game.
And he's a player who's had quite a bit of long innings the past couple ones.
I think that's a big plus for this Baycats roster. A lot of depth at catcher. A lot of guys on the roster that may not be listed officially as catchers, but are definitely capable of it.
And when he's back there, you don't see many errors. It seems like a pretty solid game there.
He makes the pitchers comfortable, and I think that's a big part of why he's joined the squad. 1-2. Great take. That one's outside for ball 2. Travis Keys, 2-2 to Beltran. Fouled away over the screen, out of play. Talking about how comfortable Beltran looks behind the plate, but he looks comfortable at the plate too.
Yeah, such a solid player all around. it is nice too, like all these guys are so close and they have such good connections with each other, and you can really see it in the way that they play on the field, which is like lovely to see.
2-2 outside. That home run in Welland, Beltran's first IBL hit, let alone his first IBL home run. Still looking for his first hit in front of the Baycats faithful. He's got a full count against Travis Keys. Here's the pitch. Wave and a miss. Keys got on with the fastball low and away for the first out of the inning.
The third baseman, number 26, Adam Ott.
Adam Ott, the number 9 hitter, had a single his first time up, a rocket to right field. Time motion, the third baseman playing much more shallow than the rest of his infielders. Popped up, playable, slicing into foul territory and will drop foul. Just out of the reach of Champ Garner, the left fielder.
And Ott has quite the history in the IBL as well, playing for Toronto in 2017-2018 season. And he also played for Burlington in the 2015-2016 season. So he's been busy here. We're glad to have him.
You don't see it very often where a player will make first team all IBL and then won't get another first team appearance for another 8 years. That's exactly what Adam Ott did, 2015 to 2023. His 2 first team all IBL appearances. First one with Burlington, which is now the Welland Jackfish franchise. That franchise just moving over. He's got an 0-2 count against Travis Keys. He just gets a piece of it, and it's a – call it a fair ball. It looks like it landed in front on the plate and into fair territory. Diolio with the tag. Odd clearly frustrated. That'll be out number 2.
Again, though, that wetness from the past few days definitely making it quite confusing over there on that base.
So that'll go down as the 2 unassisted for Adam Ott. It's not a play you see all that often in baseball. Back to the top of the order for Barrie. First pitch to Francisco Hernandez is right down the middle. Oh, 1 on the ground to second. Harrison scoops it up cleanly onto first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Travis Keys after some trouble in each of the first 3. A clean one for London as we head to the 5th inning. Nearly halfway through this ball game. 4-2 London. You're watching Baycats TV.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
Top 5 Athletic Kulture Stadium, 4-2 London over the Barrie Baycats. Frank Garces back out for inning number 5. Back to the top of the order for the London Majors, Toby Simmons, 1 for 2.
I'm excited to see how he pitches this inning because it just keeps getting better and better, and now coming into the 5th now, I'm hoping for the best one yet.
Adam Odd playing quite shallow at third base. He was on the move in on that pitch. Showing bunt and taking a strike. No activity in either bullpen, so it seems like these starters are going to have this game for quite a while. 5th inning of work here for Frank Garces. First 1-1 pitch outside.
Again, though, like you said earlier, he is moving faster in between pitchers, and the pitches are faster.
Part of that seems to be early in the season. A lot of these pitchers still aren't really stretched out to their capacity yet, as
For
that
sure.
one's in the dirt. Rain out definitely has something to do with that.
But it's nice to see the sun keeps peeking in and out.
We're nearly at peak. It seems like it's cooler this game than it was the home opener by about 5 degrees or so. $10 degrees right now in Barrie.
I think we're jinxing it. Anytime we talk about the weather, it gets super duper windy.
3-2, fouled off to the screen by Simmons.
It is nice to see, though, a lot of these games, we see a lot of the junior team come to support.
There's a deep fly ball left field. Going back is Macabrota. That ball is off the wall. Simmons into second, standing up. He rounds third. He's going to go for it. The throw from Hernandez to third on the tag. He is out at third base. Poor decision-making on the part of Toby Simmons. It looked like he had second base, no problem. That throw didn't get that far away from Brandon Hernandez.
But quick thinking and playing by the Baycats there to get him out on that third base.
So it'll go down to leadoff double, but he's cut down at third base. Nolan Macabrota, Tristan Clark able to communicate well, get that ball into the infield quickly.
It looked like he might have thought it was going to go over the fence there at the beginning.
Simmons can really run. He's a leadoff hitter on this team for a reason. Former pro in the Miami Marlins organization. Now Francisco Fajardo. Back-to-back strikeouts to chop, swing, and fouls it off. One from Garces. Another outside cut by Fajardo, 1-2. Starting to see Juan Benitez warm up a little bit in the Baycats bullpen.
There's that clapping again.
Another 2-strike count for Garces. Fajardo trying to avoid his third strikeout of the game. 1-2. Broken bat, right side. Malik Williams will scoop it up, take it to the bag himself, 2 down.
Again, so casual, even when he's running with it.
If not for that broken bat, that would have been a laser into right field. Caden Cardoso homered in the third inning to lead off, giving London a little bit of insurance here in the 5th inning. First pitch from Garces, just inside. Cardoso already this season, 8 extra base hits, 3 home runs, 3 doubles, 2 triples. Struck out in the first inning, but coming into this game with a 1900 OPS through 3 games, you know you're doing something right when you're seeing quadruple digits.
And he was a player I was really excited to see in this one, just from all the success that he had in last year's game. So
don't see a lot of rookies light it up like he did last year. First team All-IBL in his rookie season. You mentioned the Rookie of the Year as well.
Yeah, super successful first year for him.
Fans getting back into this one, a 1-2 for Garces. Just low again. Garces only 3 strikeouts so far in this game, so not the kind of lights out stuff we saw in the season opener against the Maple Leafs. He went 5 innings in relief, had 11 strikeouts. 2-2, fouled away. Cardoso doing a great job staying in this at bat.
Does seem like this inning is moving quicker than the past ones. We're on a bit of a roll now.
I think part of that is Garces knowing that it's gotten a little bit cooler in this game. By a couple degrees or so, the wind picking up, so he wants to keep his arm warm as possible even throughout the game. He gets him looking. Called strike 3, that strikeout for Zenitech. Barrie Baycats get off the field, going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 4-2 Majors on Baycats TV.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
I'm Chrissy Fans from Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Back to the Baycats, shortstop number 11.
5th inning of play brought to you by One-Eyed Jack Barrie. Bring your same-day Baycats tickets before or after a game and get 10% off your bill. 4-2 Majors. We enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Brandon Hernandez takes the first pitch strike against Travis Keys.
Still haven't got that fixed. I don't know what's going on with that. Why it's not working. The graphic is there to select it, but it's not showing up.
Second pitch low. Hernandez hit by a pitch in the first, scored on the error by Keys as he tried to shovel a weakly hit tapper to the plate. Fouls that one away. Lined out to center and a hard hit ball in the second.
And Keys has been a very, very good pitcher so far in the first 5 innings, so just solid.
3 hits, 2 walks allowed by Keys so far in this one. Slice it away, foul off the bat of Hernandez. Baycats 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. London 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, and 2 of those errors leading to those 2 runs in the first inning for Barrie. Big wave and a miss by Hernandez.
You can tell he really wanted that one.
Another strikeout for Keys, 1 down.
Right fielder number 4.
5th strikeout of the game for Travis Keys. Garcia fell victim to him in the 2nd inning to end it. We are starting to see action in the Baycats bullpen. Juan Benitez sweater is off. Full uniform. It looks like he'll be coming in to relieve Garces in the 6th. Frank Garces, 93 pitches through the first 5 innings of this game, putting an end to his quality start streak. Garcia takes the strike. See Benitez right there. Started the season opener here against Toronto. On the ground for the bat of Garcia. And Fajardo can't make the play. Another error for the Majors shortstop. Garcia will reach again.
Yeah, nothing going on in the London bullpen, so they're pretty happy with Travis Keys so far. He's been able to help them maintain that lead that they have, the 4-2, so they're feeling pretty confident.
4th error of the game for the London Majors. 2 of them by Francisco Fajardo. Noah Macabroda up, takes first pitch inside. Fouled off by Macabroda. The official scoring on that last play, pardon me, it's going to go down as a base hit for Garcia. I probably would have scored that one in error myself, but I'm sure Willie Garcia would be happy to see another hit on his scoreline today. One to Macabroda in the dirt. Ryan Rio awaits on deck.
And it was questionable if Macabroda was going to be on the team this year as he moved on to the Ottawa Frontier League, but I guess they're excited to have him back. He's done pretty solid on the first few games for the Baycats.
Yeah, he was excited for that, another opportunity in the Frontier League. He previously played with Trois Rivières, and getting that opportunity with Ottawa in the off-season. Didn't make it out of camp, but he was telling us, right before the season started that he was ecstatic to be back no matter what. Second team All-IBL last year, his first year in the league. That ball inside, 3-2 now.
And he has such a close connection with other players on the team, like Ryan Rio. Says he loves playing with him.
You can tell how close this team got with each other last year. The chemistry was so good all year long. Macabroda stays live, fouls that one away. I think that's also a big reason why a lot of these guys came back from the 2024 team. They wanted to stick around and play with each other, play for each other. Seems like it's going to be a big key to their success throughout the rest of this season.
100%. They're looking for a two-peat.
3-2. Down low, Macabroda will get his second straight walk. 2 on, 1 out, and that'll bring up Ryan Rio.
He's very good at knowing the pitches. That's one thing that really stands out when he is on that home plate.
Hitter number 27, Ryan Rio.
Rio singled in the first inning, grounded into a double play his last time up. But now is a runner in scoring position for himself. Had a couple hits in well, including the home run. First pitch. There's a fly ball left field. Going back is Garner. At the wall, slips, and he can't recover and make the catch. It goes off the wall. Thrown back into the infield. It's only going to be a single because Garcia had to hold up at second.
Maybe some dampness still on that field there. Took a little tumble while going to get that.
So
this is a good spot. This is where the Baycats want to be. Bases loaded. Malik Williams, first game back, about to bat. Doesn't get much better than this.
In Malik Williams' first year with the Baycats, 2023, it seemed like these positions for him were almost automatic for an RBI, as we got a mound visit from Majors manager Rube Chandradat. Williams in 2023, just 9 games, 17 for 30, 15 RBI. There's a big key in why they got to the IBL finals that year. A big key is why they finally won the championship in 2024.
Well, everything he does looks so natural. It looks like he's supposed to be out there, whether he's on first base or batting. It looks like he belongs there.
I think now that he's fully healthy, he was experiencing a lot of injuries earlier last year. That hamstring, as I was mentioning earlier, that he had to play like left field and third base through that injury with the Baycats. I think that was slowing him down quite a bit to start last year. But I think a fully healthy Malik Williams is going to be key to this Baycats roster, and we were talking about it earlier in the broadcast as well, what it could mean to this team going forward, especially the offensive struggles the first couple games. First pitch to Williams outside. Bases loaded, 1 out. Pitch from Keys. Called strike. Second time Keys has had the bases loaded in this game against him. Mentioned that first inning earlier. Williams awaits the 1-1. Outside. Great take from Williams. Travis Keys only allowed 2 hits and 12 at-bats with the bases loaded in 2024. The best rate of the major starters. A breaking ball in there for a strike.
Doesn't look like Malik agreed with that call there.
I think if he was expecting a breaking ball, he was expecting it to be lower. That one catching the upper part of the zone. 2-2 now. Clark awaits on deck. Bases loaded, 1 out. Little tapper back to the mound. Could be 2. Over to home plate. Diego on to first. Double play to end the inning. Travis Keys gets out of a jam with best case scenario for the London Majors. The Baycats have still been held scoreless in the last 4 innings. They trail this one 4-2 to London as we head to the 6th inning right here on Baycats TV.
The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run.
Top of the 6th at Athletic Kulture Stadium. New pitcher of the ball game for the Barrie Baycats, and its opening night starter, Juan Benitez.
Yeah, Juan Benitez, a key pitcher for this team, 6'6", tall guy out there, 2024 IBL champion, appeared at an All-Star game, and 2021 All-IBL second team. He's a pitcher, when he's on the mound, it's very confident, and I'm excited to see what he's going to bring now. He looked pretty solid when I saw him warming up in the bullpen,
So kind of the opposite layout in terms of the pitching for the Baycats from the home opener. Juan Benitez started that game, went 4 innings. Garces in relief 5, and now Garces starting out this game with 5 innings. His final line, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 earned runs. The Baycats still trail this one by a score of 4-2. 0-1 to DeOlio is called a strike. He's down 0-2 right away. And signals are crossed up, so we'll have a catcher and umpire both go out to the mound. Baycats still looking for their first win of the season, going 0-2 in their first couple games. The extra innings loss, a thriller against the Toronto Maple Leafs opening night. And 9-3 loss in Welland. A little poke out to shortstop. Caught on a line by Brandon Hernandez. 1 down.
super solid. That's exactly what we love to see. Very nice pitching by Benitez there, and then one of the Hernandez brothers catching it. Some action in the London bullpen, too.
And nobody throwing at the moment. We saw someone throwing a little bit earlier between innings. Colby Ring is over there doing some stretching. His first pitch to Byron Reichstein is a called strike. He struck out both his first 2 times up against Frank Garces. 2 of 5 Ks on the day for Garces. Pardon me, make that 6.
Autofocus seems to be working on
1-1, right down the middle for Reichstein. 1-2.
Some pretty perfect first pitches from Benitez here.
One, 2 in the dirt. Nice block there from the Lelise Beltran. Been mentioning throughout the day, it's Junior Baycats Day at the ballpark, so a lot of kids at the game today, and a lot of them sticking around for the rest of this game despite the chilly weather, overcast, chance of showers.
They're staying warm, though. A lot of running around on either side.
That's for sure. Still a lot of use out of the inflatable activities down this first base side behind the Baycats dugout.
Looks like we have a hitting simulator in that inflatable.
3-2 to Reichstein. There's a deep fly ball. Right center field. Clark has a beat on it. He will make the catch a few feet in front of the warning track. 2 down.
He's been super quick back there. We've seen it twice now, catching balls that are quite a distance away from him.
So here's Champ Garner, 0 for 2 so far. Flew out to center and popped out to Malik Williams at first base. First pitch in the dirt away. Appeal down to first is he did not swing. On the ground is short. Brandon Hernandez on a backhand has to set his feet. Throw on to first, and Williams can't make the pick. The throw was there in time. Champ Garner will reach. It's going to be an error charge to Brandon Hernandez, his first of the season.
Yeah, it just looked like that toss was a bit low there.
Third baseman number 97, Tyler Mosher.
Yeah, E6 is shortstop.
So this inning will continue with Ty Mosher, the third baseman, his third plate appearance of the day. First against Benitez. Fouls first pitch off.
They should just get rid of that and bring gloves.
Pretty large lead at first base for Champ Garner. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes. He doesn't. There's a ground ball to short. Easy play for Hernandez. Brandon Hernandez, that is, that short, takes it to the bag himself. And the Baycats get out of the sixth inning. No runs allowed. 4-2 majors as we continue to the bottom of the sixth inning. You're watching Baycats TV.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca.
Sixth inning of play at Athletic Kulture Stadium, brought to you by Moving.ca. 2 small men with big hearts moving, your original Canadian 2-men movers. When you think 2 men with big hearts, your Canadian choice. Sixth inning of work now for Travis Keys. There is some action in the London bullpen. Colby Ring, the left-hander, throwing down there as well. We saw him a bit earlier, stretching out a bit. Looks like he'll be next in line to relieve Travis Keys, but first he has to get through the Baycats' bottom half of the order.
I will say, too, I think Clark has one of my favorite walk-up songs in this lineup.
I'm not going to disagree with you. It's definitely a good one. Seven, 8, 9, the Baycats order. Tristan Clark, 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout. Big cut and a miss. Seems like when Tristan Clark gets hot, he's going to be one of the best players in the IBL. He provides that dual threat, power and speed. Another big cut and a miss from Clark. Another strikeout for Travis Keys, 1 down.
The catcher, number 14.
Keys gets Clark on back-to-back low and away fastballs. Just 1 hit down through the bottom 4 in the Baycats order, and that 1 hit was by Adam Ott, who's on deck. Well, at least Beltran fouls it over our heads.
Straight over our heads. Hopefully no one's in the parking lot.
Maddie, are you a bring a glove to the ballpark kind of gal?
You know, I could be.
Little tapper over to second base. Harrison flip on to first. 2 down.
I've never done it, but I think like I would just do it like straight hand, like if it came at me. I've always thought about it.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I've been asked this question too on the broadcast as well. And I tend to say I'm not really much of a glove at the ballpark guy. Not that I don't respect it, but I think there's something to be said if you just go and snag it out of the air with your bare hand.
Yeah, I think it's more nails if you just open hand palm catch it.
2 out for Adamad. Takes first pitch, breaking ball for a strike.
I have seen the cups too, where people will catch it.
Oh, yeah.
They're cups.
I feel like I'd be the one to like take my hat off if I was wearing one and just try and snag it with my hat.
That'd be solid. I think I'd be the cup person.
Yeah.
Everybody clap your hands.
It's getting super windy and
It
chilly
is.
here as the night goes on.
It's been gusting a little bit throughout the ball game. And fly ball out to left center field. Will stay in the ballpark. Champ Garner will make the catch. 1, 2, 3 go to the bottom of the Baycats order. In the 6th inning, we go to the 7th. London still up by a score of 4-2. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats!
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
Uh, 4-2 London through 6 innings at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Majors coming into this one 3-0 on the year. Baycats still looking for their first win. They got a little bit of a hill to climb, down 2 runs with 3 innings to play. 8-9-1 in the Majors order against Juan Benitez here in the 7th. First pitch is called strike to Adrian Harrison, who shows bunt.
Benitez had a pretty stellar last inning, so I think he's gonna give us another one.
Yeah, only one man reach, and that was on an error by Brandon Hernandez. 0-1 just outside. Wind's starting to really blow in from right field now. It's changed directions a couple times throughout the course of the ball game. Starting to get much chillier as well. Showing bunt and fouling it back to the screen is Harrison.
This seems like the strongest, most consistent wind gust, though.
We saw field conditions play a little bit of a factor in the season opener against the Maple Leafs, just with how dry the grass was. Caused a few crazy bounces and a couple errors. I wonder if the wind is going to play a factor with maybe some fly balls as we go to the tail end of this ball game as Harrison fouls off another pitch.
Well, I think there's been a few plays that even we've seen the dampness from the past few days come into play.
We saw
on several today.
Saw Champ Garner slip and fall in left field. A long single by Ryan Rio. 1-2. Popped up, playable. Coming in is Willie Garcia from right. It'll be Francisco Hernandez making the catch out in shallow right field. wonder if there's a little bit of miscommunication between Hernandez and Garcia.
There were some bum taps after, so I think they're good. It did, though. I was confused who caught it for a minute there.
Both players seem to be okay. That's the first out of the inning. Called strike on Ken Sugi, who has the big hit of the ball game. Ground ball to second. Francisco Hernandez on to first. 2 down.
Again, with those relaxed catches from Malik, I'll never get over them.
Quick couple outs here for Juan Benitez in the 7th. There is some action in the Baycats bullpen. Looks like Cesar Rosado warming up for Barrie. Only had 1 inning pitched against Welland last week. Was set to pitch a little bit more in that game. Only got the 1 inning later on. I'm sure he would have been the probable starter for this game had Thursday not been rained out against Guelph. .1-0 from Benitez. Call the strike on Toby Simmons, a switch hitter, now hitting left-handed against the right-hander Benitez. On the ground, another play here for Francisco Hernandez. On the first, they get the speedy Simmons, a 1-2-3 inning for Benitez. It's quickly calmed down this Majors lineup since he came into the game in the 6th inning. We head to the bottom half of the 7th. It is stretch time at Athletic Kulture Stadium. Still 4-2 London on Baycats TV.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
I'm Chrissy Fans from Hern and Barrie Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
A happy birthday shout out going out to Andy DeBaramaker, celebrating his 48th birthday here at Athletic Kulture Stadium in Midhurst. Happy birthday, Andy. Go Baycats, go.
Our 7th inning stretch tradition of heave away at Athletic Kulture Stadium. It doesn't get old. And the top of the order will come up here for the Baycats, still down by 2 to the London Majors, but a new pitcher in the ballgame for London. It's Colby Ring.
Yeah, Colby Ray from Langley, BC, played baseball in Antelope Valley, and he used to be with the Hamilton team, IBL team. So this is actually his first season with the London Majors.
Second appearance with the Majors, Colby Ring, and a bullpen that is stacked with left-handed pitchers compared to a lot of the other teams in the IBL. school commitments. You mentioned Antelope Valley, haven't taken him away later in the season, so he hasn't played in the playoffs, but this is his 4th IBL regular season. Fouled off. That was
Right
quite
over
close
us
to the
again.
broadcast booth. I'm not going to lie. That was very close to us.
You would have taken your hat off.
So 1-1 here. Francisco Hernandez looking for his first hit of the ball game. Breaking ball up high. Ring went 2 2/3 in that barn burner against the Maple Leafs at Christie Pitts. 2 2/3, 3 hits. It gets a called strike there on Hernandez. Very much a starter in his time with the Hamilton Cardinals. Made 8 appearances last year, 5 starts. His rookie year in 2023, 12 appearances, all of them starts. Ended up with a 3-7 record. Got a really good chunk of experience, 54 2/3 innings that year. He's a piece that Roop Chandidat's really excited about in that bullpen because, like I mentioned, you can never have too many lefties. 2-2. Popped up. It's going to slice out of play. Foul territory just over, and Caden Cardoso flips over the railing. But he seems to be okay. That was smooth.
He hops back over. I will say though, I saw some cups being put up to catch that ball. I saw some hats being taken off. Looks like they might be using our methods.
So Hernandez stays alive, still 2-2 count. It's only been 9 hits for this ball game so far. He rockets that one out to right field, slicing foul, and it will land there on its way to the Baycats bullpen.
Looks like one of those juniors caught that foul ball. He's excited. He's dancing front row right now.
Francisco Hernandez, 2-2, his brother Brandon on deck. Pitch from Ring. Fouled off again, going the other way, and that one's out of play.
Every single hit so far has been so powerful. He's a very powerful player. It's a 2-2 again. The delivery from Ring bounced in the dirt. Full count, 3-2, inside. Hernandez will get the leadoff walk. A great at-bat from him. Was able to fight off quite a few pitches from Ring. And we'll see now if his brother can reach as well for the first time together. I've been looking for it. And I was talking about a few games ago, these two players, brothers obviously, but they have so many great qualities. They have so much power and speed, especially Francisco has a lot of leadership experience that he brings to the team. So they're definitely a dynamic duo on this field right now.
Threat to steal Francisco. His brother swings through it for the first strike. Final line for Travis Keys. Goes 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, 5 hits, 2 runs allowed, none of them earned. Couple errors in that first inning for the London defense. One of them was his. That one just low. So 1-1. Francisco Hernandez being held on at first. Doesn't go. Breaking ball called inside. 2-1. Lots of power set to come up here for the Baycats. Willie Garcia on deck. Nobody out, up and away. Hernandez goes. The throw down to second is late. So Hernandez looked like he bluffed the steal initially. caught Eduardo DeOlio, the Majors catcher, off guard.
Right before that happened, too, I was about to point out how Cardoso, he's so ready to catch the ball. He was so ready to get Hernandez out when he was a bit off the base. So, I mean, that was like perfect timing there.
First stolen base as a Baycat for Francisco Hernandez. So puts him in scoring position for his brother. 3-1 count. Fouled away. Hernandez knew that he had a beat on that pitch, a breaking ball from Colby Ring. Hernandez steps out, steps back in. 3-2 count.
Oh, he's watching him now.
3-2, foul back to the screen. Seems like Francisco could get a little bit more out of that lead at second base. The middle infielder's not really crowding the bag as much as he might think they are.
No, it's definitely a different situation than at first base with Cardoso there. Yeah, he's getting quite a bit of a lead there.
Lots of dancing at second base. The pitch is a called strike 3. Brandon Hernandez knew it. That's the first out of the inning.
Right fielder number 4, Willie Garcia.
So that'll bring up Willie Garcia. He's 2 for 3 with a strikeout. Thought that last at-bat he had, it was a ground ball to the shortstop, Fajardo. It was going to be a tough play on the hop for Fajardo. He misplayed it. Ends up being scored, a base hit for Garcia. So he's got half the Baycats hits in this game already. Baycats 2 runs on 4 hits. Pitch to Garcia. Hard hit down the line, but foul.
Garcia, too, he has a lot of swag. Like, when we were talking to him earlier, he had this bedazzled necklace on, like the nicest, like, gold earrings. You can probably see his necklace from the camera.
You probably could. I mean, this guy screams, I played in the major leagues, just by his appearance. And I'm not sure if the camera does it justice, but this guy is a massive human.
He's big.
He is a big, strong guy. Pitch in the dirt, back pick towards second base. Hernandez back in safely. Got a really, really strong secondary lead, but DeOlio has a fantastic arm behind the plate. You can see Adrian Harrison, the second baseman, playing a little bit closer to the bag now with the righty Garcia up. Fajardo playing fairly deep at shortstop. Ty Mosher pretty well right down the line at third base. Pitch from Ring, just low. Nice take there from Garcia. It's 2-1.
I will say, too, one thing I do notice is the Baycats roster, those are big guys. Those are tall guys.
That is a theme on this roster this year, and I think that sentiment is shared around the entire team. They know that they have a big team, like literally big, a lot of big guys. Down the line, foul again off the bat of Garcia.
Yeah, they have some intimidating-looking guys for sure.
We haven't even seen Noah Hall in action yet this year. This is his first game in uniform. He just got back from school. Hayden Jaco will be playing in a few different stints in the regular season, but another guy that has a great presence on this team. 2-2 to Garcia in the dirt. Hernandez dancing off of second base. He doesn't decide to go. So full count here on the former major leaguer Garcia. There's Noah Hall there, acting as the first base coach today. A role that he had a few times last year whenever he was on the bench. He got a few starts right out of the gate when he joined the team last year. 3-2 to Garcia. Big cut and a miss. Ring strikes him out. Back-to-back Ks for the lefty.
That was a strong swing, though.
Left fielder number 20.
That ball was headed to Highway 26 if you got a hold of it. And then the lefty Macabroda up. You can see the infield kind of make their defensive adjustments. Cesar Rosado is throwing again in that Baycats bullpen. It looks like he's primed to take over in the 8th inning.
The sun peeking out again, right into our eyes.
First pitch to Macabroda. On the ground at Chopper. And it gets by the middle infielders. Hernandez rounds third. He will score. Macabroda, first pitch RBI single. It's a 1-run game.
He definitely is happy to make it home this time. He's been on those bases quite a bit.
The designated hitter number 27, Ryan.
First RBI of the game across the Baycats lineup. Ryan Rio had an opportunity for one his last time up. It was a long single to the left field corner that nobody knew what was really going to happen to on the fly, because Champ Garner, that was when he slipped in front of the warning track. He looked like he had a beat on the ball, but it dropped. Willie Garcia was on second base at the time, had to hold up. But now Rio with another opportunity to extend the inning. He takes the first pitch low and away. RBI single for Macabroda. He's reached each of his last 3 plate appearances. 1 for 2 with a walk. Breaking ball to Rio. He takes it for a strike. Looks like he was caught a little bit off guard by that pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, taking a second there, stepping back for sure.
One. On the ground, right side and through, a base hit for Rio. Macabroda holds up at second. Right fielder Ken Sugi was playing a little bit more shallow than you might expect a right fielder to be when you're facing Ryan Rio, but now 2 on for Malik Williams with 2 out.
Malik Williams.
Third hit of the game for Ryan Rio, prompt a mound visit for the London Majors, just among Eduardo De Olio and first baseman Caden Cardoso. See how they decide to play this.
Ryan's so consistent though. Like when he's on that plate, you know something's gonna happen. Might be one base, might be a home run, you never know.
He is a power hitter at heart, but you know that he is very much a hit for average kind of guy too. We saw that home run in Welland last week, but a couple years ago, Ryan Rio, first team All-Star, he hit well over 300 and still had 11 home runs. Set the Baycats single season RBI record along the way. Malik Williams takes the first pitch strike. Oh, 1. Colby Ring to Malik Williams. The pitch on the ground to short. Fajardo goes to second with Adrian Harrison, who makes the put out. But the Baycats add 1. It's a 1-run game, 4-3 for the London Majors as we enter the 8th inning. You're watching Baycats TV.
Step up to the plate at Park Place. The latest fashion, delicious dining, exciting entertainment. Hungry after the game? Stop by one of their patios or grab a sweet treat for a grand slam of flavors to satisfy every craving. Park Place, where every visit is a home run. The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
It's a 1-run game as we enter the 8th inning. 4-3 for the London Majors. And a new pitcher of the ball game for Barrie. Another one of the members of their starting rotation, Cesar Rosado.
Yeah, from the Dominican, 2024 IBL champion. He was on the team last year, appeared at All-Star Game, 2024 All IBL first team as well. He also set a single-season franchise record last year.
105 strikeouts in his first IBL season, leading the league. His first pitch is well up and away against Francisco Fajardo.
105, that's some pretty impressive numbers up there.
If you think that's impressive, go back and look at Claudio Custodio in his time in the IBL. He had 1 year, which was a single season all-time record of over 200 strikeouts. Now it's this time with the Guelph Royals. Before that, he was with the Baycats and was approaching 200. There was talks of him potentially coming back to the IBL this year. Haven't seen him on a roster thus far. That might change throughout the course of the summer. 1-1 is a bunt. It's going to be a foul ball. That one sunk right into the dirt, right into the batter's box off the bat of Fajardo.
That's the same thing that happened earlier that we saw. It just sinks in. It's so damp. Cesar, too, has some other IBL connections, initially signed by Toronto in 2023.
Got a professional opportunity after he signed with the Maple Leafs, so didn't end up playing in the IBL. There's some action in the London bullpen right there. Jonathan Henry warming up, right-hander. 1-2 here on Fajardo. Rosado's pitch in the dirt. Bounced through both Beltran and home plate umpire Scott Costello.
Yeah, that ball is definitely moving differently in the dirt. So damp, it's just sinking in.
Both Carlos Sano and Brad Grieveson now starting to move around in the Baycats bullpen, so see what kind of options are open for Andrew White in the 9th inning. 2-2. That one's popped out of play over the London Majors bullpen.
That ball's getting scooped up quick by all those kids. Running for it. I don't know how they don't get tired.
These kids have a lot of energy at these Baycats games. You'll get used to it, Maddie. Every Saturday home game, Junior Baycats Day. Great showing for the first one of the season so far. 2-2 from Rosado. Inside, a great take there from Francisco Fajardo, trying to avoid his 3rd strikeout of the game. Counts full. Was a trend last year. Yes, we saw the 105 strikeouts from Cesar Rosado, but a lot of walks, and that seemed to be something he's trying to work on this year. 3-2. Outside, the leadoff walk drawn by Fajardo. He reaches for the first time today. We're going to get a pinch runner here, it looks like. No, pardon me. Fajardo just bringing his equipment back to the dugout. Cardoso will step in. Had the home run in the 3rd inning. That so far is the difference in this ball game. 4-3 London. Top of the 8th inning, nobody out. Cardoso fouls that one out of play left side. Talking about Rosado's walks last year, 105 strikeouts, 43 walks. And that total of base on balls was 2nd in the IBL to just Hector Yan of the Guelph Royals. Only pitcher in the IBL with more than 100 strikeouts in 2024.
Doesn't get much better than that.
In a sport that seems to be more strikeouts seem to be trending upward. 0-1 to Cardoso. Fly ball, left field. Slicing foul towards the London Majors bullpen. It'll land there.
Well, with all those strikeouts last season, it seems like this is probably the perfect time in the game to put him in. This is when it really counts. Barrie needs this while they're trailing behind here.
Rosado needs some work. I'm sure he would have been the presumptive starter of this game had Thursday's game against Guelph not been rained out. Starting pitchers still need that time to get stretched out and settled in because June and July on the Baycats schedule is pretty crammed. 0-2 to Cardoso. Cut on and missed. That's an IMP North strikeout for Cesar Rosado, his first of the season.
Added to his tally.
Cardoso seems to be all or nothing today. 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and that home run in the third inning. Struck out twice against Frank Garces, now once against Rosado. That'll bring up Eduardo De Olio, the catcher.
And they have a close connection. They have met each other before in other franchises. He said they grew a strong relationship when they played near each other before.
Both of them are in the Houston Astros organization at the same time. Both played in spring training together twice. DeOlio reached as high as AAA with the Astros in 2018. Rosado only getting to AA in 2019. 1-0 to DeOlio, popped over our heads, foul.
He did say, too, every time that he did meet him, they just kept getting a stronger connection. And now they're somewhat friends.
Yeah, they do have that kind of friendly connection, although they're on opposing teams here in the IBL.
They were once at the same organization.
Small world, isn't it?
Well, with so much talent, too, in all these IBL teams, it's interesting to see just how many people have, like, crossed paths before with each other, played with each other before, against each other.
1-1. Big cut and a miss from Eduardo De Olio, reaching pretty far outside for that. There's even a lot of guys on a few teams that played against each other in college. Specifically in the Mid-America Athletic Conference. Guys that went to Canisius or a few other schools in that conference play each other quite a bit. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base side, foul.
This weather is really throwing me for a loop. I can barely see the field now. It's so sunny up here in this booth.
That sun feels nice, though.
It's definitely warming things up here at the ballpark. Still a lot of fans sticking around here for the end of the game. 4-3 for London. Fajardo the lead off first. Doesn't go. The pitch. DeOlio stays alive, fouling it off. Malik Williams holding on. Fajardo at first. Knows he's a threat to run. Rosado looks over. 1-2. Outside of DeOlio. 2-2. Baycats now out hitting London 6-5, but London remains up by 1. 4-3 here in the 8th inning. 1 out, a 2-2 count to Eduardo DeOlio.
Yeah, this game's definitely been tight all around.
2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third base. Adam Odd scoops it up. The throw on to second is in time. On to first. Not in time. Some of the Baycats infielders were already on their way off the field.
Yeah, that was a close one for sure.
DeOlio able to leg that one out. It was going to be a tough turn for how far over to that third base side Adamon had to go over to get that baseball. Made a nice throw over to second base with Francisco Hernandez kind of scooping that ball up and getting a throw on to first, but this inning will continue with Byron Reichstein. First pitch from Rosado, up and away.
Byron again, such an impressive track record. 3-time All-IBL second team, 2021 IBL playoff MVP. He's got a lot of success under his belt.
For how long he'd been with the London Majors, they finally get the job done in 2021. IBL championship, they repeated in 2022. Reichstein sticking around now, his 13th IBL season. It's been a big part of that London community, as is Cleveland Brownlee, who's not at the ballpark today. His 15th IBL season now, 40-year-old. 2-0 here for Rosado. There's a line shot into right center field. That's going to get down and all the way to the wall. Diolio rounding second on to third. He's getting the wave to home. Diolio running the plate. Ball gets away from Hernandez. Reichstein will head to third, and he's going to hold up there. So an error charge there to Francisco Hernandez. Reichstein with a very hard hit ball in that right center field gap. Exactly what the Majors needed to get that extra insurance.
Yeah, lots of excitement there at the Majors dugout.
So it'll be a double, and Reichstein advances to third on the error by Francisco Hernandez. Inning will continue here with Champ Gardner, the left fielder. Fouled off. It seemed like Reichstein saw that ball right out of the hand of Rosado because he was all over it. High fastball, barreled it up right away. Oh, 1, cut and a miss from Garner.
He's taking his time in between pitches, too, really taking that deep breath before he throws it.
It seems like that's a trend with him. As soon as he gets hit a little bit, he starts to slow things down for himself. But when he's on a roll, he keeps things going at a tough pace for hitters to catch up with.
For sure.
0-2, 2 out. Champ Garner at the plate. 0 for 3 today. Fouls it off.
I'm surprised that more cars today haven't been hit. Seems like we're in the firing zone for sure, me and you.
I think people at this point know that to not park so close to the ballpark.
Unfortunately, I didn't know that until right now.
I think you'll be okay. 0-2, 2 out. Rosado's pitch. Called strike 3. Second strikeout brought to you by IMP North in this 8th inning. It gets the Baycats out of it, but the London Majors add another. 5-3 going into the bottom of the 8th inning for the London Majors. You're watching Baycats TV.
Thinking about doing a renovation but don't know where to find the best prices and quality? Go to Reno Liquidation Depot, where you'll find vanities, flooring, toilets, exterior doors, and so much more. Visit Reno Liquidation Depot today.
Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Highview Contracting Group in Barrie and Simcoe County, offering award-winning hardscape, interlocking, pools, excavation, and more. Call 705-985-7669 or highviewcontracting.ca.
What if a thrift store could change lives? Barrie Families Unite is making it happen. Essential needs support for those families in our community who need it most. Charity gives. Dignity empowers.
Eighth inning of play, Athletic Kulture Stadium, brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca. Tristan Clark to lead it off for the Baycats in the bottom half of the 8th inning against Colby Ring, who now has a little bit extra insurance to work with. 5-3 London.
be on that mound again.
First pitch to Clark, a big cut from him. He's gone down swinging twice. He's 0 for 3. Had a couple hits in Welland last week. Takes that one up high.
Still early season. It looks like he's just kind of getting back into the swing of things.
1-1 pitch is fouled off. He was telling me that the last few years he was living in Oklahoma, and he was playing like senior men's league baseball down there. It was quite competitive, but this seems to be much more competitive than what he's played since he was at college at New Orleans.
For sure.
1-2 is down low.
Yeah, it looks like he's just kind of getting back into the swing of things.
Looked promising in the exhibition game we mentioned earlier. 2 home runs in that game against Thornhill the week before the season opener. And he cuts through that one. Did he go? Yes, he did. Goes down swinging for the 3rd time today. Colby Ring has his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Catcher number 14, Lelise Beltran.
Bottom 4 of the Baycats order still with just 1 hit on the day. Lelise Beltran looking for just his 2nd as a Baycat in his 3rd game. First pitch from Ring, low and in.
I'm very curious to know what snack that is.
Still a good crowd out here, though. Kids are still running around despite the cold. Still got the tents up as well with some of our inflatable features.
2-0 to Beltran. He takes it for a strike. Yeah, these inflatables over near the Athletic Kulture booth, they seem to be popular throughout the entire game.
Yeah, we should have checked it out. We're missing out.
We are definitely missing out. 2-1. Beltran fouls it away. Adam Odd on deck for the Baycats. 2-2, 1 out. Colby Ring has had a nice outing so far, just allowing that 1 run in the 7th. He gets Beltran looking. Beltran being behind the plate this entire game, really not happy with that call.
Yeah.
So back-to-back strikeouts to start the 8th.
He was definitely surprised with that one.
Second time Beltran has struck out in this ball game. Bring up Adam Odd. Odd trying to turn it back over to the top of the lineup. And he checks his way through that swing. First strike. Ring working quickly, gets a breaking ball in for strike 2. Still just 6 hits on the day for the Baycats. Offensive production isn't what it used to be. He gets the swing called, does Colby Ring. He strikes out the side. That'll bring us to the 9th inning. 5-3 Majors. Baycats just three outs to work with. Can they come back in this one? We'll find out. 9th inning coming up on Baycats TV.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats!
Top of the ninth inning, the Majors trying to add a little bit more insurance to this two-run lead. They lead at 5-3 over the Barrie Baycats. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Guelph Royals get their first win of the season. Their home opener, they take it 7-4 against the Maple Leafs early this afternoon. Two more games on the IBL schedule after this one. The Kitchener Panthers face the Welland Jackfish. They're underway, and so is the Brantford Red Sox in Chatham against the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Carlos Sano now on the pitch for the Barrie Baycats. Started that game in well and only went 2 innings. Last year was very much the closer for this team, trying to insert himself back into that starting rotation.
Again, with that stacked Barrie Baycats pitcher lineup, Carlos was playing in the Frontier League in the 2021 to 2023 season, and he was on the team last year and helped lead them to the 2024 IBL championship. Again, another big guy, 6'4".
Very much a power pitcher. You can see why he was used very much as a closer last year. He shut down London in Game 2 of their playoff series last year in the IBL semifinals. But towards the end of last regular season, wasn't getting those high leverage outings. So I was a bit hesitant on his role as a closer, but he got the team over the hump a little bit and into the finals. Wasn't really used all that much aside from Game 1 of the IBL finals after that. He's trying to hold the Majors to a minimum here. Tyler Mosher. A 2-2 count. Pitch from Sano. Cut on and missed. Another IMP North strikeout. First for Sano in this game.
Second baseman number 39, Adrian Harrison.
Number 8 hitter Adrian Harrison. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored earlier in this game. Set the table for that Ken Sugi double, which was to me that turning point in the game, that second inning 3 RBI double. He cuts through that pitch.
It is interesting, too. Every Barrie pitcher we've seen tonight has a different approach to the way they pitch, and it's very different. Some like the fast, quick-paced pitches. Others like take a deep breath, take their time.
Seen all 4 Dominican pitchers in this game now. It seemed like that was going to be the game plan going into it with the rain out Thursday, as we mentioned. Harrison looking at an 0-2 count now. Snow with the 0-2 in the dirt. Nice pick there from Luis Beltran. First outing at home for Sano, much like Cesar Rosado, both of them pitching in well in last week. Really trying to settle into this mound. 1-2. Poked into center field. Clark went back on it initially. It drops in front of him. Harrison with his first hit of the ballgame.
Right fielder, number 52.
A lot of deep and solid hits from the London Majors so far, in that general area as well.
Seen that multiple times now from Tristan Clark. He thinks he has to go back on a baseball, not seeing it right away. It definitely is one of the tougher things in baseball. When you have a ball hit right at you, it's hard to judge the depth right away. Seems like that's caught him a couple times.
Especially on a cloudy day like today, too. Definitely a bit challenging to see that ball.
First pitch is a strike to Ken Sugi. Double plays in order here for Carlos Sano. Runner goes. The throw on the second is far wide of the bag. A nice backup there by Francisco Hernandez. So stolen base for Adrian Harrison. Key stolen base there, takes the double play out of order for Barrie. Snow comes set, looks at the runner. Oh, to Sugi is just low. Nice take from the right fielder. Fans trying to get behind their pitcher, Carlos Sano. Looking for another strikeout. Runner dancing on second base. The pitch. Cut on and missed. Another IMP North strikeout for Carlos Sano. 2 in the inning so far.
He's going to be looking for that third now.
Center fielder, number 96.
Had that discussion with Ben Davy. Even if I asked him if he thinks it's striking out the side, even if you allow a base runner. Because some people think that you have to strike out all 3 batters in the inning for it to be for the term to match up, striking out the side.
That is a tough one.
What do you
now
think?
that I'm thinking about it.
Because like you can give up 4 runs in an inning and still strike out all 3 of your outs.
Yeah. No, I think it has to be a true 3 and done.
Oh. I'm not on that side. I think no matter what, if you get all 3 of your outs to be a strikeout, that's striking out the side to me.
Interesting.
0-1. Up high on Toby Simmons. 2 for 4 in this game, the double. But on that double, he was thrown out at third on a nice relay from left center field. Runner goes back on the pickoff attempt by Sano. You can tell he's a bit nervous of that runner behind him on second base. Sano looks in. 1-1 pitch to Simmons. Ground ball, third base, and pass Adam on into left field. Rounding third and coming home is Harrison. He will score. It's another double for Toby Simmons. And it's 6-3 for the London Majors.
The shortstop, number 6, Francisco Farjado.
That is definitely not ideal for the Baycats. Losing that just behind lead and now and putting them 3 difference.
You just feel the energy going down in the crowd after that base hit. A heartbreaker for Barrie. They trail by 3. And first pitch plunks Fajardo, and umpires have to get in between Fajardo and Sano. We saw Sano with the incident last year in Toronto have some beef with some Maple Leafs players, and hopefully it's not more of the same here with the majors.
A very abrupt argument there, though.
Well, here come Willie Garcia, Tristan Clark moving in as well.
Now the Hernandez brothers getting involved as well.
Yeah, some of the bench players for the majors coming out, and see they're not in full uniform there, but still making their way on the field trying to protect their side of the argument. Didn't look intentional out of the hand of Sano.
First baseman, number 34, Caden Cardoso.
Got in on the hands of Fajardo. He reaches first base. That sets up Caden Cardoso with 2 out. Now the fans are a bit more energized after that.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more fire in Sano too now.
Cardoso, 1 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Gets first pitch inside. I see some words coming from Brandon Hernandez there.
Yeah,
third base umpire Ryan Jackson had to go back, talk to him. Sano seems to be taking his time a bit more now. First time Simmons and Fajardo have reached back-to-back today. Pitch to Cardoso, broken bat over to first. That bat almost hit Malik Williams. The play on to first is in time to Carlos Sano, but the majors add another run. It's 6-3. Baycats just 3 more outs to work with in the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll see if they can come back right here on Baycats TV.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats!
This 9th inning is once again brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca. Barrie is on their last 3 outs. Francisco Hernandez to lead it off. 1-2-3 in the Barrie order. They need 3 runs to tie, and it's going to be tough against Skylar Janice, the London closer.
Yeah, he spent 2 years in the Frontier League, 2022 with Empire State, and he was previously with Kitchener in the IBL League. So he's got a lot of experience as well under his belt. Also a bit of an older player, 31.
He's got lots of firepower on his side, the right-hander. Got the win last week against Toronto in that 16-15 extra inning contest. There's a fly ball right side, drifting over to foul territory, and nobody's going to make a play on it. It bounces at the warning track. Third appearance for Julius this season. I mentioned the 1-0 record already. Had an inning in that season opener against Guelph, and like I mentioned last week, getting the win in Toronto. Pitched in all 3 games in the playoffs against the Baycats in 2024. He's got Hernandez an 0-2, and it's a high fastball getting him swinging. Second strikeout of the day for Francisco Hernandez, 1 down. The final line for Colby Ring, who did a great job, I think, for the London Majors. 2 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit, only allowing 1 earned run. And that was on that RBI double from Nolan Macabrota, but Brandon Hernandez takes the first pitch strike. They're going to need to get back to that middle of the lineup, I think, if Barrie has any shot of winning this game.
And you can tell he has a lot of fire coming into this. He's still upset from what happened earlier in this inning.
0-1, ground ball to second. Harrison scoops it up, throw on to first, 2 down. Baycats down to the last out. It's Willie Garcia. You can tell with Skylar Janice, he is made to be a closer, and I say that in the sense that he just is always he's fired up when he comes to the game, and I don't think the group up here doing the music is giving the Baycats any favors, because they gave him Enter Sandman as his walkout music. I don't think
that was a tough one for you.
If you're a Baycats fan, you don't want to hear that as the entrance music for the opposing reliever.
Julius is going to have some swift words with the music after.
First pitch to Garcia is right down the middle.
I wouldn't be surprised if you came next game with a list of what to and to not play.
Well, we know the Welland Jackfish, they like to play a lot of children's music as the walk-up song for the visiting hitters. And that can get a bit childish and overdone at times. The Baycats down to the last strike. Garcia swings and misses at that one. 6-3 ball game. Janice looking for his first save of the season. The 0-2, big swing and a miss from Garcia, and that'll do it. The Archer celebration from Skylar Janice, and the Baycats, the defending IBL champions, fall to 0-3 on the season. A 6-3 loss at the hands of the visiting London Majors. And I think, Maddie, it all stemmed from that 3-run second inning, that huge double by Ken Sugi.
100%. That's definitely what set them in the lead, and we unfortunately weren't able to get it back. So it's definitely unfortunate, but early season. These players are just getting warmed up, and I'm excited to see what a lot of them bring to the table this season.
The Majors got to Frank Garces early, added on a few since then. He will get the loss in this ball game. His first of the season, first decision of the season is a loss. I don't think anybody would have thought that would be the case for Frank Garces, but that is, and it's also the case for the Barrie Baycats, who fall to 0-3 on the season, while the Majors move up to 4-0, still undefeated. For Maddie Gale and our entire Baycats TV crew, we thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We will see you next week, Thursday, with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers here in town. Baycats still looking for their first win of the season. Thank you so much for joining us here on Baycats TV.